because I just saw a fruit fly, and you know that's going to be bad if this. I just got to get rid of that pear pretty soon. So, big fat last day. Let's see what's happening here. Also, if anyone's interested, I'm going to go to Key Biscayne today, another beach. I don't know if anyone saw my beach thing yesterday. I did this live at the beach, and I love this area. Water's great, and everything else, I don't know, is passable, I guess. So, anyway, I got to finish that pear. Anything we're going to do with that pear has got to be done now. It's time to throw the pear in the fridge and see if someone eats it later. So I don't know what to do. I mean, it's not that great. It's a okay component of the overall thing, but mm, I'm chugging my coffee. So anyway, let's just see. I don't know. Everything looks fine, fine and dandy. One thing would be good if we could get this area lighter. I don't know why. Just seems to me that this area should be lighter is something that has been kind of bothering me. So let's see. We're just rubbing water on this area. Let's see. It's not really getting lighter. This is Arch's hot press. I got this pad for Christmas and have not done too much with hot press. It's supposed to be good for, you know, tight details and stuff like that, but I don't know if that's exactly my forte. And this is, if it was cold press, this would be white by now, this little thing we're trying to paint with water and blot up. But anyway, it's just not happening. I don't know why. I got to do some research on how you might want to do that. Okay, they got this Daniel Smith stuff. It's like white paint that you could paint over that, and it allegedly is just like the paper, and then you just paint over what you want. So anyway, we're saying we're trying to do something with that pear. And if there's anything we want to do with that pear, now is the time. And I'm just gonna jump back into the yellow palette here, and uh, this is Hansa yellow, and we got a lot of that cadmium yellow, some reds and stuff that's in there. So I'm just gonna keep going. Another wash with the Hansa yellow. Okay. We wanted to get lustrous, right? And then here it's really more cadmium yellow. So I'm gonna jump into cadmium yellow here. I mean, I only say cadmium because basically my only two yellows are cadmium and Hansa. So that didn't really, not really projecting. Let's see, and there's like this shadow here. And is this a wash that is looking good, or is it opaque paint, which is not really doing anything for us? It doesn't look bad, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff under there, so I couldn't say this is okay, well, I'm gonna try to come down here too. We left this white for a really long time, but now I think it's time to say goodbye to the white. And maybe that'll dry looking cool, I don't know. And then up here, I'd kind of like to lean into some brown. I got some red there. I'm just gonna exaggerate the actual color there, and that does look pretty positive. And there's these like bruising that is just beginning. I don't know if we want to Those things weren't there like a week ago when we started this painting. This I would like to really soften that, so why don't we do that next? And we're just gonna make the brush damp, and we're gonna soften that line there. And was that a good idea? I don't know. There's definitely a highlight right here, so let's just see if we can get anything. I don't think that's gonna come out. Well, it did a little bit. Okay. And then this is a highlight, but I would like to have a highlight tinted with the cadmium, if not the red. I don't know. I don't think the red. What do you think? No, that looks bad. I guess we should try getting the red. It's really not. That looks good. Okay. What is that now? And this. Oh, what's happening there? I'm going to do the rare white paint right here. Oh, that looked good. All right. Thank you, rare white paint. I think that's a positive. Okay. And right here we can just say a hello or just this edge. I don't know if that's good. Let's see. That's nice, but I think we gotta come back with you know, like a yellow and go over that after that dries. Right here, there's kind of a highlight. Is there any highlight here? You can't really tell. Good try right there. Where we wanted to make a highlight in the negative space, but we failed. Here we're trying to show the different, just like right here. I should actually try sort of add to that, like maybe, I don't know where. Because this area here was not really looking too good. Let's try a green. We're getting a little off topic here by jumping into the pear. I mean the apple. But this, you know, I didn't like that, the line that we had from, because that was a kind of an afterthought, this whole. And then here we want to get into this kind of brown. See if that. Nothing wrong with, you know, trying work on the pear and then hit the apple, right? Okay, pull this up. And that is no good. See this faint line there is what I was trying to get rid of. And this could maybe a little bit smoother right there. All right, that looks all right in its own weird way. And you know, pear, I don't know what the heck's happening there. I guess we could see about a slight highlight right here. And maybe just ignore the pear now. I think I'm going to take it out because I don't know if there's no bugs yet, but you see it's really gone south, the pear. Anyway, so now that we've overworked the pear to death. Hey, some comments. Thank you, Nostra Thomas and Dylan Dog. Appreciate the compliments and the greetings. 5 thumbs up. That's great. Thanks so much, everybody. Okay, I'm going to sort of run this out to the fridge and then BRB. Okay, the pear is gone, so now let's just hurry up and finish this because I wanted to go to do another beach live. If anybody saw my beach live, that was yesterday. I was so happy with this area of water. You know, I went into that project thinking, well, how the heck am I going to eat? Why am I even going to try that? Because it's like, it looks impossible. 5 thumbs up. Fantastic. Thanks so much, everybody. Started this project because this one video painting clear glass, I don't know, got 7,000 views. Like, it's like the video is like a couple years old, but just suddenly got 7,000 views, and you know, a whole bunch of likes and comments and stuff. And so, you know, that's why I got these glasses at Amazon, trying to have a nice glass to paint. And this is my first, you know, first try with these glasses. And so pear is gone. I don't think it looks great. It looks okay. I think we need, I just found this brush. It's, I don't know what it is, a travel brush, but my favorite brand brush is Treacle. And I get a travel brush, but it is pretty successful at fine lines. I would gotta say, I wish there was a big, beautiful stem, much less a giant leaf on that apple, but no. And in the past, if I try to, you know, do a fictional stem, it always looks really dumb. So I don't think we're going to try to do that. The apple is looking okay. I don't know if we can build a luster on the apple at all. Let's see. Just here's some yellow. Why don't we just slap some yellow on there? Okay, that's nice. And you know, we have this highlight happening down there. Maybe we can have a hint of yellow there. This, technically, you see these, you know, brown streaks. There should technically be some brown streaks right there. Let's try it with my little, what do you call it, brush here. And, here I go. Oh, whoa. Got some secret brown paint here. Let's see right here. So we can capture this kind of color. Caravaggio. I would never even think it would be good to paint that kind of you know, stuff on fruit until I saw the Caravaggio version, and wow, it just it looks so perfect. Then I thought, well, let me at least try. So what do you think? Does that look like that color? Sort of close. And then this, I got this other color somewhere, which they call rust, but it's kind of fluorescent, and we get a little bit of that because it's going to give our brownish ochre a little pop. Where was my thing? I guess it's this. Okay. And speaking of ochre, why don't we take a little ochre? I guess these are ochre. I don't know which one is which. Okay, that is too yellow. What is this one? Grab some more of the brown. All right, that looks good. Let's see. I see it. So it's this same color, but it's got a little bit of that, you know, underlying. Is that an AI image you're touching? Very funny. You know, it's on. We're working on the Arches. What do you call it? Arches hot press. I'm very unfamiliar with that stuff. Okay, I might just say that must be a compliment or something. Okay, and here we're gonna just see these little things here. Looks like crow's feet. I'm just gonna try to have that in there. It doesn't, so far it does not look good at all, but you know, with any kind of detail you want to paint, it's you know, you never know when you got it going if it's really going to work out or not. That is what happened with where's my little, I went to the beach yesterday. You could see it on live stream. I had no idea how to paint the water or the sky or anything else at the beach. And this just, you know, accidentally got there. And I just think this is the best thing. I mean, what I did was did some washes that looked like that, you know, different blues and greens. And then I took this exact brush and I was just doing these little dots and lines, and you know, this just mysteriously appeared. I did, you know, blot this off. That's how this little lighter area occurred. And that bow looks stupid, and the horizon line looks dumb. And this, I got some green paint accidentally, just, you know, slopped it on there, same as this. I don't know, it's just some paint that got slopped on there. But anyway, I was telling that story to illustrate that we're just going to paint intuitively, and we will see after we finish if it looks good or not. And meanwhile, we just try to paint from observation. And, you know, it looks weird. And, you know, it looks weird and out of place, but where is my paint? I guess that's it. Okay. So now I'm gonna, I got a, this color is kind of like burnt umber a little bit, and I'm gonna mix that to get a slightly darker version of the same color that is hopefully leaning towards burnt umber, because like this side is just, it just seems to be leaning towards burnt umber, that side. Okay, so here we go. And this right here is uh, you know, too dark, I thought. So if we can smear that and diffuse, I think that would be a plus. So start right there. And now let's just come up here for the first little line. And then we got another. Here's the longer line. This follows the contour of the apple. So, you know, that's, we're trying to do that. That'll help us with a, you know, getting a the spherical look. And then good. And then let's come right here. And really it should be green right here. So what are we at here? Doesn't look bad. This right here, I don't like that at all. I think, let's just see if we can just go right here. Very faint line right there. Okay, nice. And then here we want to actually get rid of some of this paint if possible. So I'm just painting this with the more or less clear water and rubbing it, and I wish I had like a Q-tip or something, but I don't. So just trying to make a little point right here, and we're trying to do is get rid of some of this, which didn't really work great, but this area here suddenly looks much better. And then let's see right here, we got highlight, green, super light green, and then brown. So we're definitely missing our highlight. And you know, we're on cotton paper, we could just, you know, kind of go like this and blot it up. It would turn white. I don't know if this is really going to work. Maybe it will. Let's see. So this is more or less clear water. And let's take our little Oh, it got a little lighter. Okay. So, what we have here is the absolute wrong green, that's for sure. Let's see if we can get a better looking green. Go back to the multicolor palette here that is a lot of blue. And I don't think that's exactly the green we're looking for. Not at all, Jeep. I don't know what that green's good for, but it sure is not this. Let's see if we can, if we go heavy in yellow. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, so really this is what we want is up here. That is kind of nice, okay. And you come right here. Okay, then down here is really faint green, which I don't know if we can achieve that because we already have that dark paint on there. Well, at least we now sort of have a highlight. Here I'm going to try to blend this. And probably come over here. Now I'm going to just really continue this with just water. And this I'm going to blot up because I really want this to be much lighter. It's a little lighter. I don't know what to do with this transition here, but that's some other time, I think. And this looks all right, right? So if it looks all right, then why keep going on and see if just go a little lighter right here if possible. I don't know if it's much lighter. Well, okay. Now we gotta hit that brown again. Let me find the brown. Hi, welcome for people here. We are attempting to hurry and finish. We just removed the pear from the composition because it was like half rotten. I was scared about like a bunch of bugs coming. Sugar ants, you know, all that stuff. Okay, let's see if we can just get this, see this rotten area here. It's, you know, provocatively missing from our composition here. I mean, our depiction. Okay, there it is. Interesting. And should try to get a very fine line right here. And it doesn't really look like it's supposed to. I'm going to get a lighter ochre, and just for like this area, like right here, I'm probably gonna, let me just take some of that paint off. Okay, and just a light ochre. And right here, try to bring this all together with a light ochre. I have no idea if that looks good. I suspect maybe not. Okay. I don't know. All right. And we did put this little thing in there. And there's another one right here. I'm reluctant to put that one in because it could result in making this whole thing look flat, which if nothing else, we have a little speck of depth. I'm going to take this thing, whatever it is, like a dark violet, because I want to do this little thing right there, just slightly darker. So, oh yeah, it's like right here and here. Now that looks dumb, but wait. I'm gonna just leave it for a minute and then just try to pick up some of that puddle, and hopefully it'll be the same tone but a lot less pronounced. And yeah, I guess now we are a little bit a little bit better. Okay, let me just continue this one up a little bit. All right, well, I think we got a slight improvement on the apple. And so the pear, excuse me, is out of the way. I think that's going to do it, because now I want to go paint at the beach. And well, 5 thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Thanks everybody for your positive comments. And we are working on clear glass apple and pear. We have just retired the pear due to decomposition. I mean, it was getting rotten, and you know, everything else coming out good. And I don't know if we should just, you know, so far we've been working on this from a photo, just, you know, a couple of minutes a day. Why don't we just, you know, put a few strokes on that to keep that thing developing? And whoops, what is, I really gotta go though. Time is running out. So what's here that's not here? A lot of stuff. I think I'm just gonna try boldly add some green. Let me see if I can find a green. A good place for the palette. So we want a faint green gray. Does that look like a faint green gray? Let's see. Let's see if we get a little touch of yellow in that. And let's get a little touch of whatever that color is. I think that was a Payne's gray leaning strong green. That is there. That's if you said, hey, how about a green gray that's not too obnoxious, I think we really landed on one there. Okay, ready? Here goes. And where is the green gray? I mean, I'm saying right here, a little bit right here. So we're going to be bold. This is a big area of nondescript, so I think that might be a good place to start our green gray. Okay, good. And then just a touch right here. Oh yeah, man, look at that. And I gotta emphasize that this was a big piece of yellow paint that was on the paper before we even started, so I can't take credit for that yellow. It is just saying, hello, this is practically ruined paper, so you can do anything you want with that. And let's come here. Let's see. I don't know if that's so good, but it's not so bad either. And I don't know where they're getting any green anyway on that. It looks like dead of winter, and I don't see a single leaf. I guess there's that evergreen tree right here. Let's add more green to that. It looks stupid. Okay. This does not look bad, though. I think what we just did is an addition, and when we do not hyperanalyze what we're doing, we will say, aha, great, okay. So I'm going to sign off, and thanks everybody who stopped by. I super appreciate 5 thumbs up. That was wonderful. And we'll be back later, and I hope you can follow the continuing saga of 2 clear glasses, a pear which we removed because it got rotten, and an apple that's still there. As we hurtle towards who knows what with this. The main thing about this was to do these clear glasses. Anyway, see you next time, and thank you.